All right, guys, I am so excited about our time together as always. Welcome to our Sunday night uh, call where we get to train and be together as a team and come together and just really sharpen one another. And as you guys know, we've been studying the book GoPro. We're on the third chapter. And the first three chapters have been really an intro to what's to come. Next week, we'll be diving into the skill sets that are necessary to build a wildly successful network marketing business. So stay tuned. And tonight, Anna is going to kind of give us a good platform to kick off on as we go into the next week of study and learning those skill sets. But before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I do have a few announcements for us. Those of you that have been in Arbonne for over a year, I want you guys to remember that renewals, the extension for renewals has been ended through January 2016, and this is for consultants. So this is for those of you that have consultants in your organization that are ready to renew, or grandfathered consultants. You want to make sure that you reach out to them. Anyone that has a renewal between March and December, you'll want to definitely make contact to and make sure that they get renewed online. Keep in mind the renewal is actually $30, but Arbonne puts a $15 voucher on their account. That's good for 90 days from the time it's issued. So make sure that you let your new consultants or grandfather consultants be aware of that. And then also, when they renew their account for the year, keep in mind that the 2015 consultant maintenance requirements was waived. So the requirements begin this year. Last year, they don't even have to worry about it. They will all have equal opportunity to renew their accounts regardless. So that's exciting. The second note of agenda is success packs. As you guys probably saw from Arbonne, we have success packs that are available to all consultants only in January. There is no limit to how many you purchase. So if you're needing or reorder up for your own personal use or even your get-together, take advantage of that. But keep in mind that it's only through January 31st. That's those 50% off packages. So that's a great deal. And then the next item of agenda is to register for Vegas. Make sure that if you have not already, you save the dates of April 13th through 16th. That is our Vegas conference. And every year Arbonne has a conference. It's a once-a-year conference, and it is going to sell out. I mean, they really truly believe it's looking like it will sell out, and you do not want to miss the opportunity to be there and learn from some of the top leaders in our organization and in our business. So register for Vegas. You can do that through arbonne.com. We do have a little background noise, so I'm going to see if I can maybe mute out everyone. Just we'll try that. Okay, so we definitely want to make sure that we get registered for that event. You do not want to miss, especially if you're serious about building your business. And then the last item of agenda, and I'm super excited about, is each Sunday night we're going to be asking one of our team members to share their word of the year. As you guys know, that's something that's kind of traditional with our team. And really what it is we pick a word for our own personal preference of what encompasses our year-round goals, your family goals, your spiritual goals, your team goals. But what is that word that is going to be your focal point for the year? And so tonight I have asked our precious Barbara Blau to share with all of us what her word for the year is and why she chose it. So Barbara, I'm going to unmute you and allow you the chance to share with all of us from your heart. And then we will move on to our success tip and then on to Miss Anna tonight. So Barbara, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Sure can.
All right. You know what? I love doing our Sunday calls like this. This is so nice to see everyone's face.
Good.
Especially when I'm so far away.
Exactly. It's a move in the right direction, isn't it?
Right, I love it. Okay, so this is what I have to share with you. So I really struggled with this, picking one word, just one word. And this is my first time doing this. And so, gosh, I felt there was like so many areas that I needed work on in my life. And so I considered the word focus. I considered the word courage. I considered the word purpose, stick to itness, even though I know that's not a word, but I was going to make it a word. Consistency and discipline. And what I realized when I went to the Summit Champions, oh, you don't have to see me. When I went to that retreat, all of these things I felt really boiled down to one core thing, and that was just stronger belief in myself.
Mm.
And I know just from my faith, my religious background, that if I had more belief in myself, then the rest of this will come. And I know that's been something that I've heard so many times in so many presentations that I've listened to over this past year with Arbonne. So belief, I mean, you would think that was my word, but I also know that I needed to place more faith in my abilities. And so that's how I chose my word faith. And I think through my faith, I will have a stronger conviction in my abilities to grow and succeed in all areas of my life, not just my Arbonne business, but in my with my family. And there's some really big decisions that I'm looking at making in 2016. And so I felt like it was really important that I put faith in myself and in those decisions. And I think one thing that Jerry shared with us at the retreat, he had all these little anecdotes that he shared with us. And I felt like when he said this one, it was speaking right to me. And faith is taking the first step when you don't see the staircase. And it's Martin Luther King. And I felt like, wow, that's exactly what I needed and what I needed to hear. And so that's why I chose my word, and my word for the year 2016 is faith. And I know that my faith will help me get through what I need to in my personal life, decisions I'm going to make with work and with Arbonne.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Barbara. I love getting to hear y'all's hearts. And I hope that inspires maybe those of you that haven't yet found that word to really do some soul searching and figure out what is your word for 2016, and have the end in mind when you go to really think and pray about that word. So thank you, Barbara, for sharing with all of us. Okay, you guys, if you have your camera, this is a good time to take a snapshot. This is our success tip for tonight. It's completely and totally on building belief. And I did not even talk to Barbara about her success tip and what she was going to share. And she talked a lot about belief in herself. Well, you guys, one of the best ways to have belief in yourself is to go to work to get that belief. And here are some success tips to help you do that. To build belief, I want to encourage you guys to read One Eye on Arbonne story. These are success stories that Arbonne puts out for their VPs. Amazing stories of overcoming obstacles and life situations and challenges that consultants have, but have achieved the top levels of the company despite those. So read One Eye on Arbonne story a week. That will build your belief. Use Post-it notes with words of affirmations throughout your home. Surround yourself with positive words. And then, as Jerry mentioned last week, he talked to us about having a goal card. And he gave us a 7-day challenge where he said, I want you to read it 5 times a day for 7 days in a row. So take a snapshot of that. And I want you guys, maybe that weren't at the retreat, to take this same challenge. But this is what you're going to read. I'm so happy and grateful for perfect health, unstoppable confidence, and a constant abundance of time, money, and freedom in my life. I attract the right people, resources, and opportunities that will enable me to, and you fill in the blank with whatever that next qualification level is or promotion, and make sure that you add a date. What we know based on research is what you speak, what comes out of your mouth, you bring life to. We know that when you speak, it's your mind accepts that as a command and begins to go to work to achieve that, or to follow through with that. And so you always want to be speaking words of truth, words that are going to serve you, words that are going to breathe life into you, positive words of affirmation, positive statements. And that's why he challenged us to do this goal card. I've been doing this goal card, and I've set my alarm for 5 different times in the day because I wouldn't remember to do it otherwise. And I have that particular statement on my phone, I have it in my calendar, and I have it on my bathroom counter. And it's just that way. It's easy, it's accessible, and I have no excuse for not following through with my goal card commitment. And it is amazing not only what you start drawing towards you, but also the positiveness that comes from that, and speaking those words of life, and the excitement that comes from that when you read it with enthusiasm and belief. So I encourage you guys to do the same. And then if you haven't already, create a vision board and post that somewhere where you see it all the time. We call it a dream board, a vision board. But again, with your end in mind, what do you want Arbonne to achieve for your family? Go get a catalog or magazines and start cutting away and creating the life that you desire on a vision board. And let that vision be what drives you to get the appointments you need for this week. If you don't have any appointments on the calendar for this week, guess what? You can change that. You absolutely can when your vision is big enough. And so go to work and get those appointments on your calendar, and don't let this week slip by without doing what you need to do to make your goals, your achievements become reality for you and your family. So what we're going to do at this point is we are going to go ahead and turn it over to Miss Anna Hernando. And you guys, I'm so excited to get to hear from her. She's actually going to help us capitalize on chapter 3, which also is about network marketing and the industry that we're a part of. And I'm going to let her go ahead and share with all of us. And then we will finish our time together with our team declaration. So grab your pen and paper and get ready for some training tonight.
Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So we're talking about, can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, because I wanted to make sure I was unmuted. So we're going to talk real quickly and briefly about GoPro Chapter 3. And I love the title of this chapter because this is like any profession, you'll need to learn some skills. And that's one of the things I think is so interesting is that when we want to build a business and we're looking at earn income, we are either talking to people who don't think that they can, that they need to learn anything, or we ourselves don't realize that this is work and I need to learn some of the skills that are going to help me be successful. Just as if I'm going to have a successful, for me, my background's a therapist. If I'm going to be successful in a new type of treatment program, I have to take a lot of classes and a lot of hours to learn those skills and techniques and then practice them. And it's funny how so many of us, myself included, will not apply that to network marketing. We just think, oh, well, yeah, pick up the phone, start making phone calls. Like there isn't a skill to that. Yeah, there is. So the chapter talks quite a bit about, it's a short chapter, but there's a lot that talks about it's the benefits of network marketing. And this is one of the reasons why it's so doable for so many people, and what makes it attractive to people is that you can get started in this business for very little investment. You can educate yourself on the business model, and it's affordable. The books are incredible. So how many books? You just go on Amazon and type in network marketing, and there's thousands of books. And what's so amazing to me is you can get them for a penny. I mean, some of these books are so incredibly inexpensive. I'm getting ready to pay for my son's college next, his books this week, and one book is $500. One book. So I'm looking at, wow, $500 for one college book, or $2.89 is how much I spent on my last network marketing book to teach me skills. So there's lots of YouTube trainings that are available, very inexpensive, and definitely we follow people on Arbonne, but I follow people outside of Arbonne as well, just because I want to follow the most successful people that I can, whether and Arbonne has many, many, many of them. But just like the gentleman we were reading his book, Eric, he's not from Arbonne, but he's very successful, and we have a lot to learn from him. The other thing that makes Arbonne really exciting is that you can earn while you learn. I kind of equate this to a paying internship. We get to make mistakes and learn the process and learn how to make phone calls and learn how to do presentations all at the same time while earning our income. And as a leader in building a team, earn and learns are the best way to help so many more people on your team, at the same time teaching them the duplicatable process, and they can earn their paycheck. Instead of having to train each and every single one individually, you can do an earn and learn, and that I like that as well. Earn and learn with the Zoom is also exciting. So using technology in our business and helping us build a business is just very interesting and exciting to me, because we need to be able to leverage our time. I need to be able to leverage my time. The other thing that is a great benefit is that it's an equal playing field. That our backgrounds, our experiences, our age, our race, our gender, they truly do not matter. It doesn't matter if you have 12 years of college or 12 minutes of college. It doesn't matter if you don't have any college. It doesn't matter how old you are. I mean, look at our business model. Look at the successful people in our business. We've got people who, 21 years of age are already at the top income level of our business. And then we have others that are getting started at 70 years old. And so it truly does not make a difference. With our product line, race doesn't make a difference either, because we can sell to anybody who has skin. And so it does not matter what your race is. We can certainly build a business and also market and help other people no matter what. And I also love that so much. I'm overwhelmed with how many times when I'm working with different ethnicities and I say, yeah, I have a color for you. And they look at me like, no, you don't. I'm like, yeah, I do. And so that's very exciting. So the benefits of network marketing, just educating is very inexpensive. Earning while we're learning is lovely. And then of course, having an equal playing field. So to succeed, you need certain skills. And what I love is that skills are learnable. Even Dr. Tom Barrett, he constantly says that to be successful, you need to focus. And so many people say, well, I can't focus. Well, he also tells us that focus is a skill. You can learn to focus. You just have to be taught how. And that's very near and dear to my heart, because I love to learn, and knowing that the skills in network marketing are all very much teachable, and I'm able to learn them. I might not like the process while I'm learning it, but I can learn them. So the primary elements he tells us for building a network marketing and being successful, and the skills that we need to develop to be successful, there are 3 primary elements that he tells us. The first one is products, and we all have the same products. This is really encouraging, because the same products that the most successful person in Arbonne is selling are the same ones that I'm selling. The sample packs that I'm giving are the same ones they're sampling. The experiences that I'm having with people having reactions or people not liking the products are the same things that they're having, because guess what? We have the same products. Our products are exactly the same, and the 30-day health and wellness presentation and elements are the same ones that they're using. So you think of Dr. Deanna Osborne, she's a doctor of integrative medicine, and you think, well, she can sell the products because she's a doctor. Well, no, she's using the same products that we're using. It doesn't matter if I'm not a doctor of integrative medicine, they're the same products. And so that is a great way for us to be successful, knowing that we have these phenomenal, phenomenal products. The second primary element he talks about is the compensation plan. And so with Arbonne, we have the most generous compensation plan out there. I know other people have done other network marketing companies and have come to Arbonne, and I haven't. But I will tell you that when I have somebody asking me what is, I'm talking to somebody about this company, what does your look like? I will go and look at what that other company's compensation plan is, and I'll be able to tell them, well, first of all, we only have 4 levels. And I don't know if you've looked at the one that you're looking at, but I kind of brushed over some of the stuff, and they have more than 4 levels. So I can't do more. So I chose Arbonne because I like 4 levels. So just being aware that the compensation plan is the same in Arbonne. Debbie Neal's compensation plan is the same that I have. Carlita's compensation plan is the same one that I have. We all have the same compensation plan. Getting paid 15% to 35% commission immediately on each item we sell. Come on, who does that? I mean, that's amazing. Just on the product that you sell. That's amazing. And then with the management levels and then the override bonuses that we have, they're the same for everyone. So all area managers are the same. All district managers are the same. All regional vice presidents are the same. All national vice presidents are the same. The compensation plan is exactly the same. There is no bias difference on there. The difference is that if I want a bigger compensation check, well, then I've got to go get some more numbers. I've got to have more sales. I've got to have more team members. The compensation checks are based on the same information no matter what. The formula is consistent and it's the same. The plan does not change. And that is a primary element for making us successful, because there isn't anything. I think somebody asked me last night, again, the same thing about isn't it a pyramid scheme? Well, how can it be a pyramid scheme with being in business for 35 years? If we were a pyramid, it would have already been shut down. There's a couple of other, businesses that companies are looking at, or the government are looking at, because of that thing. So with the compensation plan being the same, then I can tell people our compensation plan is exactly the same. It doesn't make a difference where you are, what level you are. The formula is the same. The third primary element to being successful in network marketing and getting the skill set that we need is me. And that's the biggest variable. We are, as everybody knows, our worst enemy. So if we have the same products, same compensation plan, the only changing variable is the individual. And then, so he goes on to say that it's all a choice. We all have a choice. Our success or our failures are our choice. So what are we going to choose? And he really does recommend that if you're choosing to be successful, that you make a choice to own your choices and to stop blaming others. And so many people will blame the products. Well, I can't sell these products, because this, and this, and this. Okay, well, or these products don't sell because of blah, 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 blah. I mean, I can't sell the skincare line. It just doesn't work for people. Or my clients are different. Well, that's not true. All the products are the same. Okay, no matter if you're Debbie Neal again or Martha McIntyre, the products are the same. Blaming others for the compensation plan. Well, her check is bigger. Well, she just sold more. She has a bigger team. Go out and find more people. Go sell more. The biggest, like we said, was the biggest thing is me. Who can I blame for my shortcomings? Myself. my shortcomings, my failure, my lack of sales, my lack of activity lies on my shoulders. And so that's what he's really encouraging us in this third chapter, is to look at your choices and see which one you want to choose and then decide that. And then the other thing that he talks about is more on owning your business. And we get this a lot in this company, and you hear this a lot, and we speak it a lot, is that we are in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. And with Arbonne, what that means is that my success rides on me and my failure rides on me, but I have a vast amount of resources to reach out to. And if you look back at that gold card that Vicki was telling you, that's one of the things. I attract the right people, resources, and opportunities. The resources, we have those. We have phenomenal resources. And so that's chapter 3. But one of the things that he says, and I'm about to do it right now, is that I want to thank Mel and Vicki and everybody else on my team, but mostly Mel, for her loving heart in sharing the possibilities of Arbonne's income with me, not just income, but also growth opportunities for my personal growth. And Mel, you're a wonderful resource. And I love calling you my friend. And if you ever chat with Mel, she'll know that I use Mel as a resource. I bounce ideas off of her. I run things off of her. If I don't know an answer to something, I'll ping her on it. Or if I'm confused in something, I'll, again, reach out to her. But I don't ask her to make my appointments for me. I don't have her come with me on a regular basis. Sometimes if I'm stuck, I'll say, hey, can you sit in and listen to, maybe there's something I'm not saying, or do you have a suggestion here? But my business doesn't ride on Mel. Just like my business doesn't ride on anybody else who's on my team, that's on my success line. Okay. My job is to be a great resource for them, just like Melanie is a phenomenal resource for me. And I know that the growth of my health and wellness business in Arbonne resides on my shoulders and my shoulders alone. And so I choose to be successful with it and to use the resources that I have. And I hope that all of you will too, because we truly do. And I know in the Grow Pro book, he says network marketing is a better way, but I'll tell you that Arbonne is the best company. So that's what I have for you guys. I know that was kind of short, but there we are. There you are.
Awesome. You have me glued. So, you guys, I love it. I love what she's done is she's pulled out the highlights of this chapter and she's summarized it in the very best way, because it's, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. And that really is the basis of what this chapter was written about. And the bottom line is, you guys, every single one of you have everything you need to be a success in this business. And it all resides within you. It's whether or not you will pull out those gifts, those traits, stretch yourself, challenge yourself, step outside the comfort zone, and be bold in what you've been given and go out and share it and do what you know you need to do to go make a difference for your family. Your success is totally up to you. And I love that. And one of the last things he shares, to kind of pull it all together, is he says, if a college course were to be offered on network marketing, it would be one of the easiest classes to take. It's not rocket science, but you'll be happy to know it's one of the highest paid skill sets in the world. And you guys have it in the palm of your hand. So does anyone have anything they want to share with Anna, or questions that for Anna? Please unmute, and we would love to do that. And then we'll finish with our team declaration. Anna, I think you're getting some chats, some feedback in the chats as well. But if anyone would want to like to unmute or ask questions or respond, now's a good time to do that, and then we'll summarize with our declaration. You'll have to hit actually, I may have to, hang on, I think I have to unmute everybody. Let's try that. Okay. Now you can try to unmute if you want to share.
They all went to sleep.
No, that was good. You did an awesome job.
Yeah, Anna, I don't have any questions. I just wanted to say great job and thank you so much for sharing with us tonight.
Thank you, Rachel.
All right. Well, we will go ahead and finish up. Be sure to read the chat section, Anna.
I did.
And I will go ahead and finish our time together with our team declaration. So we will do that. It says, we declare God's incredible blessings over our life. We will see an explosion of God's goodness, a sudden widespread increase. We will experience the surpassing greatness of God's favor. It will elevate us to a level higher than we ever dreamed of. Explosive blessings are coming our way. This is our team declaration. You guys, I am so thrilled to share another Sunday night with all of you. I could not think of a better group of people to share this life and this business with. And I'm so grateful for each one of you. You guys go out and be the difference maker that you know God has intended you to be, and go share what you have in way of this opportunity and these products that can be health changing and finance changing for those that you know around you. I love you all and look forward to our time together next week. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Barbara, for sharing tonight, and Anna. Appreciate you gals.
Thank you. Have a good week.
You too.